my dear students, welcome back to my class. Today we will study about the chapter taken from class 8th. The name of the chapter is Materials, Metals and Non-Metals. In lower classes, we used to study that materials are either natural or man-made. But when we talk about natural materials, they can be broadly classified into metals and non-metals. This categorization is very well explained in periodic table. As you can see here, the grey color is for metals while the golden color is given for non-metals. The detail of this periodic table will be studied in higher classes, so don't worry right now. But when we talk about elements of materials, we see ourselves surrounded by them. Let it be the pipes, to lock and key, all are made up of metals. While when we breathe air or see the gases evolving from volcano or burn the coal, they are nothing but non-metals. So in this part of the chapter, we will do comparison of metals with non-metals. Now this comparison can be done in two ways, either physical or chemical. Let us first study the comparison of physical properties of metals and non-metals in this section. When we see the metals, the first thing which appears is the state that all metals are solid except mercury on room temperature. So it can be easily used in thermometers where it can be expanded and rise easily when gets heated. Now this also shows that all metals expand on heating. Second is all metals are hard except sodium and potassium. In fact, these two metals are soft enough to cut with the knife. On the other hand, non-metals can be in any state, like solid in the case of coal, liquid in the case of bromine, and gases in the case of nitrogen and oxygen. Now, let us talk about the shine. We all know that metals shine. They have their own shine. That's why we can say that all metals are lustrous, as you can see in this metallic plate as background. On the other hand, non-metals do not have their own shine. That is, they are non-lustrous. Yes, here we shall not forget the exception of iodine, which is lustrous non-metal. Next come the property of making sheets and wires. All metals are malleable and ductile. Two important words, malleable. Malleable means that the metals can be beaten up to make sheets. Best example is aluminium and silver foils. As we have seen in our daily life, we are using these things. And second word here is used as ductile. Now this ductile means the property by virtue the metals to melt and drawn into wires. That means the metals can be melted and drawn into wires. We are surrounded by electrical metallic wires. But remember, non-metals are non-malleable and non-ductile. Means neither they can be beaten up into sheets nor can be drawn into wires. If you will try to do so, it will be broken into pieces, as these non-metals are mostly brittle. Now comes next the property of ringing sound. You might have definitely noticed that when you hit the metals, they produce ringing sound. This is called sonority. So we can say that all metals are sonorous. Can you guess the best example for this? Yes, rightly guessed. Bells. All bells therefore is made up of metals, as they can be used for the ringing sound. But when we try to list the non-metals, or when we try to hit the non-metals, they will not produce ringing sound, as all non-metals are non-sonorous. We have already talked about the ductility of metals. Metal wires are commonly used to pass electricity, as all metals are good conductors of electricity. So let it be in simple circuits or electrical high tension wires, everywhere there is metals, that is metallic wires. Now here you have to remember that silver will be considered as the best conductor of electricity. But then what about non-metals? Except graphite, all the non-metals are poor conductor of electricity. Now don't think of graphite wires, as we know that non-metals are non-ductile, and remember, they cannot be drawn into wires. Now let us talk about the next property. Have you ever wondered why all the cooking utensils are made up of metals? Rightly guessed. All metals are also the good conductor of heat, while that of non-metals are poor conductor of heat. So now, I hope that you can easily distinguish between the physical properties of non-metals and metals. You can give your suggestions or ask any of the doubt in the given comment box of this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye and have a great learning ahead.